second. I'm, of course, talking about Jacko Strong and Rob Adelberg.
Yeah, that's kind of been the name of the game when it comes to Moto X Best Trick. It's been the battle between those two guys, and everyone else has been kind of duking it out for the bronze medal when it comes to this event. And I mean, with Jackson, I mean, he's got 8 gold medals when it comes to Moto X Best Trick. When you went into Ventura back in June, he was tied at 7 golds for one single Moto X discipline. He was tied with Travis Pastrana. His golds all came in freestyle, and then you had Ronnie Renner of Step Up fame, but then after he took gold in Ventura, that made it 8, so he's now the lone standout when it comes to Moto X golds, most Moto X golds, I should say, in one single discipline. But then also, you talk about Rob Adelberg, I mean, 17 total medals overall when it comes to Moto X discipline. So he's that's the highest tally for the Aussies.
Yeah, Rob Adelberg, 17 total. Jackson Strong, 16 total. But Jacko with the 8 golds versus Rob's 7. There's a look at our 5-man field out here tonight in Moto X Best Trick.
Well, this one just, it's comes down to it. You just get 2 runs, and it is the best run that counts. And it's a comment that Jacko made back in Ventura in June. You don't want to have it come down to your second run. You want to get it out of the way the first time around. That didn't happen for him back in Ventura, and it came down to that second final run to get him that 8th gold.
We kick things off, making his 20th X Games appearance. Now 39 years old, Taka Higashino.
Going for the rock-solid backflip right there. And I have to throw this out there. When you look at the stat sheet for him, is it shocking to you that you see that he's the elder statesman in the group at 39 years old?
He's like forever 19 to me. It's incredible. He's grown up in front of our eyes.
Okay, so here, going into the backflip, watch the hands. He comes off the bars, he goes to the cutouts there, it completely lets go. He's not touching the bike at all while he's upside down in the apex of the flip. Then you go back to the cutouts, come out of the backflip, go back to the bars. He's got that trick on lockdown.
So an 86 for Taka Higashino.
I mean,
on his first of 2 attempts.
Seems like it was just last year when he came over here for the first time trying to get into the X Games. He was going to be here for 3 months, and then Jeremy Stenberg took him in and agreed to sponsor him, and then he came back in 2007, and here we are. And he walked out with an X Games gold medal in freestyle back in 2012, and now he's the oldest guy in the field at 39.
So we move on to Genki Watanabe, making his 10th X Games appearance. He's found the podium 3 times, but that's been in Best Whip.
I was going to say, all of his appearances at the X Games have been in Best Whip, with the exception of one speed and style appearance, which was back in Austin all the way back in 2015. He was only the 2nd Japanese athlete to earn a medal in Moto X Games history, just behind Taka Higashino, who we just saw,
out of Osaka, Japan.
So the flip levers are coming up here. Like I said, you're used to seeing him in the Best Whip and then that one speed and style appearance. I mean, seen him around plenty of times in the past doing demos and whatnot, but this is the first time he makes an appearance here at the X Games in a Best Trick event.
So here's Watanabe's first attempt in Best Trick.
So with the backflip combo there, getting inverted, kind of a kiss of death flip on that one. That's why you saw the flip levers go up there. When you get inverted like that in the middle of the backflip, those flip levers will help you get back around onto the bike. So just pokes those legs out. Great extension. There's the look at it right there from that angle. That gives you a full appreciation of that trick.
As you said, Watanabe competing his very first X Games in 2015 in speed and style. And then we didn't see him again until Minneapolis in 2018 when he earned his first medal, a silver in Best Whip. Down the line, Julian Van Stippen, making his 6th X Games appearance, owner of 4 X Games medals, but all of those coming in Best Whip as well.
Well, Julian's got a racing background. It was a former Supercross racer, raced in a couple of larger European events, obviously hailing from Belgium. Trains in Temecula, California, likes to do a lot of riding out in the hills. He's got a lot of interesting backflip combos. His best finish in Best Trick was a 4th place finish, which was Ventura. Just missed the podium earlier this year.
So here's Van Stippen's first attempt.
Going for a, wow, and he gets bounced. He got tangled up with the bike on that double backflip. It was kind of a weird camera angle. Well, you love to see that. He stood up right away from that. It was a little concerning seeing the medical staff racing up to him. And I do want to throw this out there. Harry Bink was in the event, and before we came on air, we got word that Harry went down on a double backflip as well. So he had to be taken away to be evaluated. So we're sending well wishes out to Harry Bink. But that's why we have a field of 5 versus 6. But like I said, that camera angle was just odd to see what happened there. Hopefully we'll get another look here and see where it went wrong in the rotation.
Good to see Van Stippen pop up though, and here we go, partner. Let's take another look and see where it goes wrong for him.
He just kind of got sideways, and then on that second rotation, you could see, oh yeah, right there, the whole bike just came down on top of him. That could have been a lot worse. At least at that point, you could see where he was leaning. He was looking for that exit point. I mean, yeah, you've got an airbag landing, but it's definitely not forgiving when you're dropping out of the sky and you've got 200+ pounds of metal coming down on top of you as well.
And it should be noted, as Rob Adelberg gets ready for his first attempt, this contest was originally scheduled for yesterday. Conditions playing a huge factor, as you would expect.
Yeah,
wind blowing hard.
The wind was an issue yesterday for those guys for sure. I mean, weather's kind of been the tail of this event. I mean, last year it was Best Trick. The year before that, 2022, it was Best Whip. But we've had rain the last couple of years. We were over in the baseball stadium, and then they had to deal with the wind last night. And we really weren't 100% sure earlier in the evening, and then these guys got out here and they had a little practice and they talked it over and said, let's do this. But I'm really happy to see Julian Van Stippen get up and walk away after that one, and it's got him in 3rd place right now. Well, only 3 riders thus far, but you got Rob and Jacko rounding out the order here.
Rob Adelberg, owner of 17 X Games medals. He's won this event 3 times before, but hasn't been on the top spot in Best Trick since 2022. Does that change here tonight in Chiba?
Well, it's been the front flip combos have been the name of the game for both him and Jacko Strong, and there you go, the lazy boy front flip. Rob Adelberg puts it down with relative ease here in the first round, Brando.
And just remarkably easy is how he makes it look, Jimmy.
So tucks into the front flip, put the legs forward, then you lay back into the seat. I mean, you're in the middle of a front flip and you completely let go of the bars and you're just laying back. You're looking up at the sky at that point in the rotation.
Big score of 94.66 for Rob.
You know, we talked about his 17 total medals at the top of the show between freestyle and Best Trick. 2 of those also came in snowbike Best Trick as well. He's got 2 golds in that event from X Games Aspen. But now, with Jackson Strong, Rob did that in Ventura with the Lazy Boy front flip, and Jackson Strong came out and did the jackhammer front flip. And as I said earlier, it came down to that second run in Ventura, and that's what you don't want to do in this event. You want to get it done in the first run, and then you want to just get the weight off your shoulders there and just watch the rest of it unfold.
The ultimate innovator in this discipline. Too many firsts to even list. Jackson Strong's first attempt.
And so now he changes it up. I was going to say the innovations. I mean, you want to talk about the front flip with him. It goes back to 2011. Yep. The first time that he did it at the Staples Center to win Best Trick Gold. That's how long he's been doing this. Now, we've seen others come and go with front flips, but a lot of that has been with the use of mechanical assist ramps. Not taking anything away from anyone that's done that, but to tell you how long, or to tell the tale of how long he's been doing front flips, you got to go all the way back to 2011.
Yep, the first to land a front flip in a freestyle run. The jack body varial. Only person to land the double drop, double backflip transfer. He's medaled in 11 of 12 X Games Best Trick starts. The only miss was back in 2021. All 8 of his gold medals have come from this contest, Jimmy.
So to go back to what we were talking about in Ventura back in June, his first attempt, he did a cliffhanger front flip. Now, the jackhammer front flip, similar, what it all boils down to is the extension and how far. They're very similar tricks, but it came down to the extension.
So we're first attempts in here in Moto X Best Trick. We're gonna give away some hardware when we return here at X Games Chiba.
Jackson Strong, when it comes to Best Trick, he owns 10 total medals, 7 of them gold. Can he get it done here in this last attempt, Vicky?
So when you're in front of everyone and the cameras are on, you know that the next jump that you're gonna do is gonna be win or lose. You know, you're going for it. You're either gonna land it or you're gonna crash. It's been in the pipeline for years, that trick I've been working on. I did the cliffhanger last year, so the jackhammer's an extension of that. And there's so much going on with that trick. I've got a list of things I say in my brain coming into the ramp. Come in nice and hot, really quick brakes once my front wheel leaves. Then I've got to wait a sec to let the rotation set in and start spinning, then get my feet around underneath the handlebars. Once I get them locked in, I know they're solid. Then bang, just stand up and hope for the best.
Oh my goodness!
When I landed, I was just stoked. I didn't care about the medals or the placing. I just wanted to do it for myself to get a big one out. It was going no matter what.
You really can't tell the story of X Games without Jacko Strong and what he has meant to this discipline. The most dominant man to ever grace this contest. But right now, he's behind Rob Adelberg as we get into our second and final attempts, Jimmy Coleman.
Yeah, that Jacko's first attempt, I maybe took off the lip weird, I don't know, but that one just kind of looked like an afterthought at that point. We'll have to see what happens here in round number 2. But I mean, you saw in that replay from Ventura in June, like you see how much he gets into that rotation before he sets his feet and before he gets off of the bike on that one. And again, going back to what I was talking about, the difference, he did a cliffhanger front flip the first run, and then the second run, he did the jackhammer, and it was a matter of extension that got him that gold. And speaking of extension, Taka did the rock solid flip the first go around, and now just having some fun with the KOD flip. And I still can't believe that he's the oldest guy in the field at 39.
It should be noted, right now, he's sitting in that bronze medal spot, Jimmy, and Julian Van Stippen will not take his second and final attempt after his fall. The last time Taka got on the podium at X Games was back in 2013 in Los Angeles when he won gold in freestyle.
Wow. So it's 11 years for Taka, and now he's looking at a bronze medal here in Best Trick. And again, going back to Julian Van Stippen, I mean, it's great to see how quickly he got up from that, because that looked bad. I mean, you know, yes, it's an airbag, but it's not a safety net by any means. I mean, it does not save you. You still get stacked up pretty good when things go wrong. And on that replay, you saw that bike just the full force of that thing. It bounced off the bag and ended up landing on top of him. And he sat there for a minute and he had to shake that one off, but good to see him up and walking away under his own power. Unfortunate they won't be able to take run number 2.
So we see now what Janky has in store for his second and final attempt here in Best Trick.
So going with the same trick again here. Just maybe hoping for a little bit more on the extension, but